Today is new wheel day on the Bronco. We are at Discount Tire, picking up my BEADLOCKs.
The BEADLOCKs making a little heavier.
I thought they said they were the same weight as the stock ones.
They may be. Looks like candy red.
Yeah. Alright, here we go, all loaded up. Sweet. Dude, that is gonna look sick. Sweet. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some poke.
Stick out a little bit?
Yeah. As you guys can see, the new wheels are on the Bronco. We'll talk about the specs here in a second. As you guys probably know by now, by the title, we have to do something first. Yep, that's right, beadlock maintenance. We added another maintenance item to my most reliable vehicle in the fleet. So here we have it. The wheel setup I chose is Black Rhino beadlock. And of course, we went with, some might see it as an obnoxious candy red, but honestly, I originally went for the red wheels because, like I said, I wanted them to be as obnoxious as possible. But after I got them and I started looking more at them, kind of grew on me a lot. I think the red on red looks absolutely phenomenal. But anyways, wheel specs 17x9, 0 offset. So with that 0 offset, the poke of the tire is about 2 inches from the fender. As you can see here, we got a good amount poking out now. And from the back, with the bead mounted on the outside of the wheel, or the rim, have you, it makes these stock tires look a lot more girthy and a little bit beefier, almost the equivalent of off-road stretch. And while we're on that topic, I did choose to go with the stock tires just until I wear them out, which is kind of happening quicker than I would have imagined. But this 35-inch tire appears to be the lightest 35-inch tire out there. I think they're only something like 54 pounds. Then the next closest tire is around 63-ish, which is the KO2. These seem to be a lot thinner and a lot less durable, but the 35-inch setup does fit pretty well, even with the 2-inch lift. And oh man, I think the wheels, the Icon suspension brings it all together, and it's sitting just right now. The lighting setup, she looks pretty dang good. Now for my lug nut setup, I kept the stock lug nuts, and I got a set of wheel locks, so nobody steals my pretty wheels, or at least it makes it harder to. They're just a Ford accessory wheel lock kit. There is a certain method to getting these lug nuts on there. You kind of have to push the top of the wheel and tire setup in a little bit, so that way the lug nut does not hit the top of that inner part of the wheel where the lug nut goes, or else it'll scratch that inner part of the wheel. Check that out, new Raptor. And with that acceleration onto the highway, part of the reason I went with the Reno beadlocks from Black Rhino is because of their weight. Weight on the stock Sasquatch wheels is around 35 pounds, and we are 1 to 2 pounds lighter with this wheel setup. I'm a big stickler on rotating mass, and I don't really like to add weight to that if I can avoid it. Helps maintain acceleration, agility, all that, which is important when you're off-roading. To be honest, I'll probably be adding some weight for when I swap out the tire setup on the Bronco. So in terms of our super tough off-road terrain, in regards to the beadlocks, the vehicle rides pretty much the same. Of course, all the beadlock does is push that bead to the outside of the wheel and then clamp down with the ring. Now the 0 offset, it does feel a little wider. Doesn't really feel any more or less stable in the corners. Maybe just slightly due to the extra width. The balancing is great. My buddy did a great job on that. I had to go to one of my buddies with a tire machine to get them mounted because obviously the local shops around here don't really want to put on beadlocks because of the liability. All in all, it's really more maintenance, and that maintenance is important because it can be a big safety issue if you don't pay attention to those beadlocks. And if, well, you were to pop off one of those rings, you'd be in trouble. Let's just say that. Of course, big advantage, you guys know, beadlocks, you can run lower PSI. Helps out pretty well at the dunes, I noticed. You guys will see that in an upcoming video, but driving impressions, didn't lose any acceleration. We're a little bit lighter, actually. And I guess this kind of has to do with driving. I do get a lot more looks in this thing now. I don't know if it's because it's obnoxious or they're just really a nice wheel. Red on red, I think it looks pretty good. But thanks again here to Imperial Auto Salon for installing the beadlock wheels, because obviously a lot of the big shops around here don't want to install beadlocks because it's a liability, even though we are using these off-highway and off-road only. I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to let me know down in the comments down below what you think of the red on red. Obviously, I have race red, which is more of a gloss compared to the candy red, which is more metallic on the Black Rhino Renos. Is it obnoxious? Is it not? I don't know, you tell me. However, that's gonna do it for the new wheel and tire setup on my 2022 Bronco. And I think the red on red, they complement each other pretty dang well. Of course, leave any comments you have down below. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. But with all that being said, join the club, and I'll see you in the next one.